be the new thing. Azir and Malzahar, of course, two very good bans to be taken away. IG on blue side seem to feel more capable of getting rid of those champions, specifically the Azir. Game 1 it was banned from Xiaohu. Game 2 Rookie tried to play it and they lost. In Game 3 it's just going to hit the bench again. It feels like there's a trend here. Rookie doesn't want Xiaohu to have the Azir.
Next ban coming out from RNG is going to be the Tom Catch, with Camille hitting the bench as well against Let Me. Final ban, however, is going to be Jarvan in the jungle. So Ning nor MLX will be able to pick up that champion, as Ornn should be the pick once more as the first pick for IG.
Once again, we will see a Braum. Expected anyway as the response from Ming, but the Alistar was just so good in game number 2 that's where the question's going to be drawn about. Braum was the answer. Alistar was the answer for RNG though in the second game, and we can see the commitment they've made to the duo lane.
Woo! Kalista and Alistar being picked up by RNG. Y4 gets his hands to the champion that Jackie Love just picked up, and Ming, he was angry in game number 2. Let's see if he's still angry for game 3.
And this is super curious, especially if the Kha'Zix to the Lee Sin do get locked in. A lot of the focus with the Jarvan ban from RNG has shifted, and we saw the Lee Sin hover from Ning, knows that it's available, and MLXG can also play it if he'd like. With J4 gone and Kha'Zix locked in, usually the answer is something aggressive anyway. Ning's thrown the gauntlet first. He is a very good Kha'Zix player. And Rookie, the third pick for IG. Does he go towards a mid laner before the ban phase? Perhaps force that from RNG so that they can ban tops in the second ban phase. I'd like an Orianna personally.
Kha'Zix is the lock-in for Ning, as you mentioned. Ezreal is going to be picked up by IG. With Kha'Zix on the roster, that should be Jackie Love's champion in the bottom lane. Had a good game 1 performance against RNG in game 1.
And now for RNG on the opposite side, whilst the Ezreal pick is good, the Rise is still there. Xiaohu has played it every game so far.
Now there are too many ways for Ming to get access into the backline against Invictus, gaming RNG now
Not again.
with their next 2 bans.
Oh my god, Xiaohu could ult in Y4 while Y4 has ulted Ming, and then they can release the Pokemon in the backline. It's actually incredible. That'll never happen, by the way. It's just something that, if it does happen, wouldn't that be cool?
Well, we'll have to see if RNG can catch them all against IG. It's the first ban coming out in second rotation is the Orianna, denying Rookie that comfort champion he had in game number 1.
Yeah, something that I guess I mentioned that I would like to see as a third pick from IG. Get the Orianna. It's removed. Now we start to get a lot more top laners banned. This is more reminiscent of game number 1 as far as draft is concerned, particularly from IG. RNG is still the team that's adapted, and it feels like we're getting exactly what we wanted, Fish, and it's meeting in the middle.
And poor Pulse, once again, not going to have an Alawi played here today between these two teams. Cassiopeia is the final ban coming out from RNG against Rookie.
Orianna, Cassiopeia both going to be taken away. Zoe's been banned, Azir and Malzahar to boot as far as mid laners are concerned. Now Xiaohu's already got his Rise locked in and ready to go. And with the Vladimir gone as well from IG, specifically from Let Me, does also reduce the champion pool of Rookie just that little bit more. Now we know that Rookie has a very deep champion pool, and he's got the counter pick on mid lane. The question is, how far down the rabbit hole are IG willing to go?
Well, we have Rek'Sai being picked up for MLXG in game number 3, leaving Let Me's champion for last heading into this match against the Ornn top lane.
And the swap to teleport there from Let Me does signify something a bit more standard, like your Maokai, of course.
Talia, a potential pick here for Rookie. And it gets locked in. Now, IG have to show their hand. What is their bottom lane support of choice going to be? And it is the Leona in the bottom lane to pair up with Jackie Love's Ezreal.
I do like the Talia pick for Rookie specifically. Into the Rise, has a lot of lane control, has the ability to roam around the map as well. And you'd say someone that can match the map control that a Rise is able to put down. Has a bit more early, however. The Leona pick, though, into the Alistar has said, well, you're going to play an engage tank, I'm going to play an engage tank, but I have an Ezreal to disengage at all times.
RNG's final pick is going to be Shen heading into the top lane to go up against Duke. Ming will pick up the Alistar heading into the bottom lane.
Yeah, the Shen, I actually really like that as a way to round out an entire team composition. He's into the Ornn, but again, Alistar is probably going to be going into the backlines, probably going to be making the big plays compliments of a Rise ultimate. Well, if they choose, they need to go back a step. They need to disengage. Shen can keep the carries alive if they need to peel, or Shen can go into the backline with the Alistar. This does feel like a giant throw the Pokemon in type of combo if they want to choose that. But it's also got a lot of other things there. It's quite variable in its strategic use. because it can go forwards or it can go backwards.
Something Clement said on the desk after game number 1 was Ornn gets that free teleport into the bottom lane thanks to his passive, making sure the top lane is always pushed under the turret due to item disadvantages.
Yeah.
Well, now they've got Shen, who also gets a free teleport into the bottom lane if he needs it.
Exactly, and as the matchup goes, that's a pretty good reasoning as to why you would want the Shen in the first place. Doesn't mean that he'll win lane though, because he's playing against an Ornn. He still can't build items for himself and he'll have to teleport. But Shen doesn't have wave clear built into his kit. Usually he'll build a Titanic Hydra or a Tiamat, or he goes the Sunfire route. And even then, I would still give control of the lane to the Ornn, just by a little bit. The kill threat is something that you'll have to look towards, however. With a Rek'Sai and a Kha'Zix running around, every lane is at risk of dying. When the bottom lane's got a Leona to gank or to initiate for you, and then the opposite bottom lane has an Alistar to initiate for you. You got in the mid lane, Talia's got the shove, so if that connects, easy kills to be seen between a Kha'Zix and a Talia, and a Ryze can also lock you down. Junglers have their pick of the litter as to where they would like to gank, and it all, to me, starts with how the junglers interact with one another, meet each other, or avoid each other for different goals and reasons. Speaking
of the junglers, before we came into this game, we were kind of talking about how IG relied a lot on their jungle and top synergy, but we haven't seen too much from Ning as well as Duke in the top lane. We talked about this a lot when we thought the Shy could potentially start for the team.
Yeah.
But so far it's just been a farm fest on the top side of the map.
I did have the expectation that the Shy would show up in this set, but because he hasn't been seen at all and Duke's been playing the entire time, that's where it almost becomes a fallacy that the top lane and the jungle duo has some kind of synergy there. Ning, more of a free spirit when he's got Duke running around on the Rift, where the Shy tends to command attention because he likes to play the carries and likes to snowball through that lane.
Well, let's see what the Duke can do on the top center map against Let Me Shen, heading into game number 3, the third and final match of this best of 3 series, the first one of today. And once again, the fans chanting for their 2 teams heading into this game. And once more, Rusty, everyone's just kind of fanned out across the map, looking for anyone trying to sneak in, as we're getting a couple of cheeky Qs off in the bottom lane.
Just take a second, of course, to appreciate the fact that we're in set 1 of the LPL. This is the first set in a major region that you will see of League of Legends. We still get to go all the way to game number 3. We get to go the full mile. It's going to be an exciting game.
And we still have more later on. Second set of day, it's going to be Top going against Suning Gaming. That comes up right after this. But minions have clashed in the mid lane. IG taking on RNG. Xiaohu once again trying to go toe-to-toe against Rookie as early as possible, as Ning gets a nice big leash from the bottom lane of Jackie Love as well as Baolan. We saw, Leona crop up at Worlds quite a bit back when we had further a battle, and it has still been a staple support throughout all the preseason changes.
Yeah, certainly has been, of course, with the Aftershock there, the ability to constantly lock someone down with crowd control, and now having the double Targons, Leona can be aggressive. Alistar exists for very similar reasons, because the tanks are even tankier. They are super hard to take down.
Once more, IG, Rookie as well as Xiaohu going toe-to-toe in this mid lane. Junglers just pathing on the same side of the maps. See Rek'Sai is taking his move straight over towards the Raptors. Kha'Zix taking a few more camps than normal.
Yep.
This bottom lane, it's a race to level 2. And RNG are going to be the ones that take it.
Yeah, RNG definitely win that race so far. Completely zoned them away. IG, I believe, missed a single creep from that. But that single creep is the difference between level 1 and 2. Just that slight moral victory. A little bit of extra experience for RNG, and they'll be super happy about getting that one for themselves. The mid lane, though, you see all of the worked ground littered around. Rookie has been controlling the minion wave constantly. He's trying to keep Xiaohu under the turret. Hasn't run out of mana, such is the way that Presence of Mind Talia works. You level up, you use all your spells.
And MLXG going for a gank in the mid lane. Xiaohu incredibly low. MLXG looking for it, forces the flash out of Rookie. Xiaohu is still sticking around though.
Safety flash from Rookie there. Shows his, I guess he chooses to err on the side of caution knowing that Ning was nearby. Didn't want to bait MLXG into committing trading flashes perhaps. Just takes the super easy way out. But that means that it's a summoner spell missing against a Rek'Sai who has an abundance of damage. Ryze does get the recall for free because MLXG just hung around in the lane. Is able to complement that, support that. Spell on the wrong side of the map.
Yeah, gets knocked back. And takes some damage here as Y4 tries to trade against Jackie Love. Very even trades in this bottom lane. Still slightly in favor of Y4 as Xiaohu does return to the mid lane.
I think that's the place that we have to look towards that's on your screen right now. Rookie was pushing. Rookie has a decent amount of control, but not anymore because the recall was there from Xiaohu, and he's trying to assert dominance.
But they're going for a gank in the mid lane. Rookie, no flash available, gets the shove back onto Xiaohu, moves aggressively forward. Ning forced to jump away as well in that fight.
Yeah, Rookie still has to base, and Ning loses the trade relative to even the junglers meeting each other mid lane and 1v1ing. RNG were pretty much always going to win that if it was a 2v2. I just have a feeling that Ning wanted to get the jump, upset the recall timing of a Rise as MLXG. He sees you.
Looking for it, but Rookie he cancel his recall.
Alright, MLXG doesn't want to play that guy, surely. Not between turrets to that extent.
And we saw the unsealed spellbook come out from Xiaohu once more, swapped over to teleport to get back into the mid lane.
And MLXG is not even afraid to reveal himself going through the middle lane as well. Knows exactly where he wants to be, and that's preventing the Kazakhs from getting any extra camps. But Ning's low, Rookie's in base, RNG with complete control of Summoner's Rift. However, they're not going to get anything other than just vision with that.
Xiaohu's able to control the mid lane quite effectively. We'll get a nice big clear here.
Lost a minion. Whoops-a-daisies.
Unlucky. Atlas would not be very happy about that. Meanwhile, top side of map, look at them fight, Rusty. Nothing much is going to happen, but they're going to fight nonetheless.
That looked pretty exciting. They're going to continue to match each other. Let Me just wants the minion wave to come in. Perhaps force Duke to recall. That would be lovely. Being able to force an Ornn to teleport somewhere. As the lane currently stands, though, with just the mana crystal constructed for Duke and no health there, no potions there, you actually will see the Ornn go back to base, and they're getting closer to that level 6 point. So Let Me can teleport, and he can have the map advantage.
Good shove coming out from Let Me. Catalyst Protector's being picked up by Ornn, though, as he builds that just behind his turret. And is trading back now quite effectively against Let Me with that item advantage. And again, mid lane, both mid laners just clearing against one another, and it's another match where we have not too much action taking place early into the game.
They do like duking it out in this middle lane. It's only the tier for Xiaohu, and he still feels surprisingly tanky. Every single time Rookie walks to that bush, you just have a feeling that Ning's nearby. That's how the game has gone so far, and you'd be correct every single time. Xiaohu, super aware of that fact, just isn't a big fan of checking bushes.
But that stopwatches have come
He's
online.
still there.
And well, she has to be careful. Ning is waiting. He goes over the wall. Now will take some damage from the Kazakhs. Flashes away, but Ning is forced to jump over the wall. Some of the spells burnt by RNG.
The heal was used by Rookie, or is that a cleanse? Cleanse was used by Rookie. Ning doesn't have to do anything, however. The teleport's gone from Duke and Let Me, so the ultimate advantage is still there. I feel like IG, they saw a moment, they took an opportunity. It was a good end result, except for this. But RNG now have the map tempo and map control because nothing was actually gained.
And Ning picks a fight with the chickens.
They don't know RNG's here.
Jackie Love and Balon have to be a bit careful. That was the Q used by Leona, and it's go time for Ming. Ignite is ticking on Jackie Love. He tries to flash away. Slow comes out, but it's going to be Jackie Love. Almost take it down here. Y4 stopped in his tracks. Q blocked it as well, and RNG barely missed first blood.
Yeah, Jackie Love barely living. RNG playing super coy around the minion wave. They watch Baolan and Jackie Love clear the wave. They want to recall. Well, they still get the recall, but at the expense of 3 summoner spells. However, RNG in contrast had to use 3 of their own to make that play happen. It's devastating for them that they weren't able to pick up and secure that kill. IG just equalize.
However, big CS lead in the bottom lane as Y4 is substantially ahead of Jackie Love. Kleptomancy should help him catch back up in that bottom lane, but normally that propels Ezreal's ahead as the game is still fairly even, just a slight gold lead. Yeah, RNG.
And catching up's only by a little bit as well, which is the unfortunate part here for Jackie Love. It's a Kalista Alistar. It's never going to be an easy lane to get through, especially if you haven't won and controlled it very early on into the piece, just because Leona can only go one direction. So if you're not winning, you can only go forwards. Doesn't sound ideal.
MLXG trying to make his way in towards the top side of the map. Duke is pushed up very aggressively and tries to charge away from this one. MLXG gets him through the flash. The taunt comes through as well. Duke's in trouble, and first blood gets picked up by MLXG.
Yeah, Duke is very dead. Tries to flash over the Rek'Sai, but we all know that the Rek'Sai is a little bit too big to just outright flash over. And so they're able to lock it down. That means the summoner spell is gone from Duke, as well as the 300 gold going over to, or 400 for first blood going over to their opponents. And that's in the pocket of MLXG. He's building offensively. That's a very good sign for RNG.
Red Smite being picked up by the Rek'Sai. Has a long sword as well, so going to be a Warriors enchantment, you have to think. Top side of the map as well. Let Me now was not forced to use his ultimate anywhere else in the map. That puts Duke slightly behind on the top side. Ming does get some counter jungling done.
We take a second as well to have to look at next steps. The Drakes and Ocean Drakes, so 8 minutes in, 9 minutes in. Still a very good option for them to consider going towards either team at that as well. RNG with the Shen ultimate, however, that's where you would expect them to be looking. The problem with actually going for that play is Rookie's controlling mid lane, Leona and Ezreal are also controlling bottom lane, and Ning has just ticked over to the level 6 mark as well. So they still have a decent amount of just natural presence from the champions they have selected. Shen may well be the difference, and an early Ocean Drake is super powerful.
But still neither team yet to pick up the first elemental dragon of the game. Both of them just content with farming against one another. Only action seen top and on the bottom side of the map. But again, very quiet between IG and RNG this early into the game.
Lots of respect from RNG. If Ming goes back to base, they need to defend the turret. It's constantly being pressured and pushed in by IG. But Ming does leave. He gets boots of mobility. It's a pretty clear sign as to what they want to do. But they need to try and settle this push. It's not going to be a structure by any means, but it's a big step in that direction for Invictus Gaming.
Good poke damage coming down. Equalizes the lane slightly. Once again, more Kleptomancy being thrown out by Jackie Love there.
Once again, we are seeing demolish from all of the tank supports running around on the Rift. Leona, it was a Tahm Kench earlier, and a Braum. They all want to take down those structures. In the 2v2, that's one of the most important things you can do. And if a tank can contribute to killing a structure, that's +1 in the tank's books for being picked at all.
Certainly is. And again, you already mentioned what is next here. RNG looking to try and make plays throughout the mid lane, but spotted out by wards placed down by RNG. MLXG quick to respond, and again, wards being placed down, kind of spot that one out, but Ning now in some trouble. He's trying to jump away. Xiaohu moving aggressively forward. MLXG pops out. Stopwatch used. Here comes Shen. The ninja's ready to party, and it's going to be Ning that gets taken down first. Ultimate thrown out by Xiaohu, but Rookie's already in trouble, trying to run the complete wrong way on. Stops it for a while. There goes the Pokemon, and it's a double kill for Shen. Ultimate going to come out. Great stopwatch being used by Xiaohu. Gets the dodge field as well, but it's Bowline into the back lines. Duke gets that kill, but RNG, pedal to the metal, still chase on forward. Great talk coming out from Let Me. Y4 gets that kill, and RNG trade 3 for 1.
And Duke tries his absolute hardest to try and consolidate, maybe get something back for Invictus Gaming, but ultimately RNG, they show aggression. They have stopwatches everywhere, and they were able to use them to a great deal of success. The dive like that, 11 minutes into the game, should never work as sufficiently as they were able to make it do so. But Xiaohu, he sees the opportunity. He knows that Ning's the target. Think of the thought process, how quickly that came about as well. Good flash from Ning. He also has the stopwatch, and that's where, oh, maybe it's a mistake, but Shen's ulted. MLXG has a stopwatch of his own, and this one from Xiaohu as he starts to come back in. You thought Duke had him. They're going for Rookie, easy kills to be picked up. Leona comes in, wants to kill, but he was golden at the perfect time, and Baolan's like, well, in for a penny, in for a pound, right? We have to try and go for it. My AD carry's finally here. Doesn't work out in the end for the Leona, but they get the rise.
First big team fight for RNG gets them a 2,000 gold lead 12 minutes into this match. And again, looking good now that they've put MLXG as well as Y4 into the match.
Y4 has actually looked very sound for the team so far. Of course, while that's a good thing for Y4 and a good thing for RNG, you're still looking at Ming. He switched over to the Ghost on his unsealed spellbook Alistar for the second time now. He's gone boots of mobility. Once again, he's got the ultimate, so he knows exactly what he's going to be doing here.
Xiaohu's still holding on to the teleport. Still here, builds a wall in the mid lane. Looking to try and cut off Rise there.
Cut off whoever was there that wasn't Rise, I suppose. Asserting his alpha male status as the controller of the mid lane, but Rookie was always that person.
Meanwhile, RNG make their way back down towards the bottom lane. They were having some troubles here earlier, but with that kill on Y4, should be fine now.
Yeah, the CS was still an advantage for Y4 as well, as AD carries are concerned. Jackie Love and Baolan were able to just come back a little bit. And they still want to push in, they still want to poke, but it doesn't really feel like from that point on, with the Blade of the Ruined King specifically finished as well, and magical footwear for Kalista, she's a lot harder to kill.
And again, Ning is the one that's hovering around this mid lane. Xiaohu in some trouble, takes a lot of damage, but they lock down the Kha'Zix once more. MLXG looking for the damage on it. Ning, he gets popped! Xiaohu just does too much damage on this Rise. Pops his own ultimate to get MLXG back to safety, and they pick up a pick.
He was very afraid, MLXG. He's going to flash into the Rise portal to safety. Once again, better safe than sorry for the RNG roster. 5-1 is the score after another pick on a Ning. Not having a good day.
He does get flicked back here by Talia. Still wants to go toe-to-toe. Happy to trade, but Rookie might get the better of him. Blocks the Q, tries to nuke this one out. Rookie's going in, does pick up that kill. MLXG wants in as well, but Rookie does have enough mana to continue kiting this.
MLXG has the ultimate. He wants to hit the Q. The P shooter followed up by the ultimate gets him in, and he has Let Me nearby with the ultimate as well. So they were looking for it, and whilst it felt a bit awkward, Rookie, like he had control of that, he never really did. He's just able to push away MLXG, get himself out to safety. Compliments of Duke also being there.
He runs all the way across the map and does get out. So trades effectively against Xiao, who takes him down one-on-one. Rod of Ages already picked up 4 Raizo, and Tear of the Goddess has been ticking. MLXG?
He doesn't know they're there, but he's done the correct thing.
Gonna get taken down here as the ultimate comes out from Leona, and Ning gets that kill.
The correct thing very quickly became the wrong thing, Fish, because he walked into a Leona. Ah, MLXG. He got the blue buff. Xiaohu doesn't get the blue buff, but no one gets it.
Well, Ocean Dragon is going to be the target for Ning as well, trying to get as much out of that pick as possible. Let Me struggling a little bit against Rookie at the moment.
You'd be looking at, yeah, look, let's just let these top laners go. Most importantly, an Ocean Drake was secured. Duke's probably not going to die, and Let Me's definitely tanky enough at this stage to hold on and know when he's probably too low that he should just get out of there. The pick is what unlocks IG, however, to get themselves that Ocean Drake, get themselves an objective, which is super nice to have. We are still seeing confidence from Rookie as he's playing this Talia, knowing how much damage he can deal to a Ryze and taking that Ryze down.
Hello.
Xiaohu gets the blue buff.
That's his. Stolen away from Rookie.
Why not, you know?
These two mid laners just don't stop. From level 1 all the way to fights over blue buff and one-on-ones.
I said this has been an exciting matchup. It feels like, again, you talk about mid laners, Xiaohu versus Rookie, that's pretty good. Then you bring in the junglers, MLXG and Ning. That bush that MLXG was just in is like the bush. That is the bush to rule them all.
So far, RNG still have the upper hand in this match, just under 2,000 gold on the lead. Rookie looking to try and make a play here, throws out the wall, and
again, it's just a clear mid lane, but Ming's right there, he's actually ghosted. They want to dive this so badly. Ming is still looking.
Well, Rookie just did flash over the wall, so he doesn't have that summoner spell. Xiaohu goes in, there goes Ming. Rookie is dead. Y-Force chasing the back lines as well, gets some good damage onto Ning, and this mid lane in outer turret. Going to take a beating here from RNG.
Strategically, it isn't complicated from RNG. It's by no means complex. They see an enemy, they chase the enemy down. Turrets are irrelevant. Unless you've killed someone, then you try and take the turrets down afterwards. Jackie Love always slow on the rotate. Whilst Balan is there quickly, the rest of RNG are always there sooner. They keep getting the fights, they keep getting the picks, and as a result, they're getting the objectives. And that's what it means with this gold lead you're seeing right now. It's just RNG being quicker to the punch. IG, very slow.
And that is RNG picking up the mid lane outer turret, opening up the map. Top side of the map. This Shen pick has done well into the on, keeping him underneath his own turret, but they've called Ning into the top lane.
Oh no.
That's a ward.
Ning's been spotted. He has been called in, which gives on the recall though. So if he wants to right now, he can go back to base. When you have to look at like why is he recalling, what does he want? Rift Herald firstly is something you'd look at, so he may not go there straight away. But he wants to be strong for it and not have to teleport somewhere, just in case RNG go elsewhere. And from this point, with the outer turrets still standing everywhere but mid lane, there's still many opportunities to be had to make plays, to do these big fights, and RNG are going to keep doing that. I mean, they've got an Alistar that's getting thrown in constantly. I have a feeling that their strategy for the next play is to dive someone if Ming's there. Shocking, I know.
Jackie Love now underneath his own turret. Y4 trying to get some good damage here. Ming, again, waiting inside a fog of war, looking to see if he can get any picks off for RNG. But once more, turn to a bit of a quiet match between the two teams. As you mentioned, trying to look for those opportunities to dive.
It only happens sometimes. Ming has Unsealed Spellbook and he has Flash and Ghost as his summoner spells. The cooldown is reduced. It's about 3 minutes if he has all of the appropriate runes as well. But it's still 3 whole minutes where they don't want to actually make the play. From what you're looking at with Ming, however, and his cooldowns, there was a Baron up in 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's also a place that they can redirect their focus to, redirect their attention to, and you'd expect, if that is the place to be, that they will recall soon.
Oh, they're trying to dive in on towards Rookie, who takes his ultimate out of there. Gets back to safety.
No hesitation from Rookie. Of course, it's awkward. If you take damage, you'll be cancelled. But without delay at all, he goes sideways. He avoids the ultimate from Xiaohu and gets himself out alive. But meanwhile, they are still winning the map through the place that has been winning for them. Games 2 and 3.
They make their way into the bottom lane. Baolan connects with the Zenith Blade as teleports get thrown down. Xiaohu's in so much trouble, and Ning picks up that kill for IG. Y4 trying to kite this one back, jumping around as much as possible. Ming throws out his own ultimate, redirects it, clips the Kalista, and here go Invictus Gaming. Stopwatch used by Y4, but it just prolongs the inevitable, and it's 3 kills being picked up by IG.
And there it is from Invictus Gaming. RNG's predictability and how they want to play this, in the aggression, in the constant wanting to dive. Duke's able to teleport in. Rookie was there at the correct timing as well. And IG, they get the pick, they get a structure. The gold difference is almost inconsequential right now at 20 minutes into this game. We're almost back to square one.
And IG say, whatever you do, IG, I can do it too. But they might have caught out RNG's jungler here, as that's a teleport being better try protected. Xiaohu might be the one that's in trouble next, and LXG jumps in, pops his ultimate. Ming tries to join the fight as well. Ignite is sticky. Baolan wants to fight. MLXG might be in some trouble here. Meanwhile, Letme's been able to take down Rookie. MLXG's trying to eat as much fruit as possible and stay healthy. Look at Baolan, just smack him, keep smacking him. Scuttlecrab wants in on the action as well. Meanwhile, on the rest of the fight, it's a 1-for-1 trade. Rookie a second out. Can he snipe him? Not quite. MLXG barely gets away.
Scrapes his tail, but RNG have to walk away with their tail between their legs as well. They're going forwards. Once again, aggression, playmaking completely backfires. Triumph, I believe it was, from Rookie after a kill was secured. Gives him enough health to sustain. Force summoner spells out of RNG to go forwards and lock him down. They do get him in the end, yes. The Talia does die. But everything starts to unfold poorly for RNG, and they just have to disengage. They have to call it a day. We got a pick. That's all we need. Go back to base and try again once we get our items and we get our cooldowns.
Well, speaking of items, we have Zhonya's Hourglass picked up by Xiaohu in the mid lane with ROA still stacking. Merc Threads and Tear of the God are still there as well. Kalista has those key important items of Blade the Ruin King as well as the Hurricane, whereas Ezreal once again gone back to base. Now has the Mirror Mana as well as Ice-Gorn Gauntlet picked up. Got MLSG, sorry, Ning. Caught out slightly here. Ming pops his own ultimate, trying to lock them down. Rookie trying to trade sides. As it will be Ning that's able to jump away.
Their outer turret is still alive, Fish, so ultimately IG, they're being bullied out, they're being pushed away. Ning got half health, yes, but they have a safety point that they can fall back towards as well, so it's not too bad for IG. However, that's Baron control, you would imagine, established by the RNG roster, and pressure on this outer turret that, whilst it was standing, requires the attention of Rookie to be there to prevent it from falling, and so RNG able to trade everywhere on the map, running top to bottom, back and forth, trying to find smaller advantages now.
And during that time, RNG were able to take down the bottom lane outer turret with the help of Shen split pushing against On. Still has his teleport, still has Stand United available, whereas Xiaohu has swapped over once again to Ghost with his unsealed spellbook.
Yep, we've got 2 Ghosts. Of course, there's not going to be a third unsealed spellbook this time around. It's a Shen in the top lane. We're not going to have a million Ghosts.
He's got his Titanic Hydra.
Which amusingly is the late game stage. If someone ever has Ghost, you're like, alright, they're fighting. There's no way around it. They've just decided that Ghost is their fighting tool because it enables them.
RNG has shown 2 games in a row that they are fighting, Rusty. There's a lot of ways to get this cow into the back line as well as the Shen. They will be able to pick up an Ocean Dragon for themselves and equalize the Elemental Dragons.
It took me a second, but Miltank is the name of the cow Pokemon, right?
I believe so.
That's Callista Alistar.
He's not running the Murkow skin, so I'm a little bit disappointed.
It's alright, Battle Miltank.
Battle Miltank for me. Again, though, RNG holding onto a slight gold lead. 3,000 is still very relevant at about 23 minutes into the match.
Yeah, definitely.
Top lane outer turret is the focus here for Jackie Love and Baolan. His Y4 and Ming are staying on the top side as well. Slowly, Rise rotating up. There are wards to prevent him though. Let me go toe-to-toe against Duke here. Ning is close by. So this is a poor position for the Shen to be in. Tries to throw down the dodge field, but he's in trouble. Ornn's ultimate comes out, redirected, and a kill picked up by Duke.
And whilst it looks like Let Me is squishy with a second Ning touches him, that's for a very valid reason. He's rushed magic resistance. He's rushed items to stay and sustain through Duke as the Ornn in the 1v1 matchup, and he's been sleeping on the fact that Ning could be there at any moment. They've had good vision control for most of the game to keep the Shen alive, but they want to use the Shen as the person that comes to the team and helps them, enables them to dive and push forwards aggressively. IG, for the first time, they find a window of opportunity to push towards the Shen, kill him with the item advantage they have and lack of resistances that Shen has. And suddenly, what's a 3k advantage really mean when you don't have control of the map for 40 odd seconds, and it gives IG complete control, complete time that is just theirs to move around and assert some back.
And slowly, IG are pulling back that gold lead that RNG had over them. 41,800 to 43,600 now.
We saw already with a lead that was at RNG's side, with a single team fight, with a single skirmish, the gold difference here just shifts completely back to even. So ultimately, RNG have the lead. The lead is 2,000 gold, but there's still a strong Ezreal there for Jaculov. Y4 is still strong on the Kalista respectively. Top laners are both strong. I wouldn't say anyone is really ahead. You're just looking at item spikes to be the real big windows of power for each respective team. And right now, they both have item spikes.
Which is great to watch because we had game number 1, very one-sided to IG. Game number 2, very one-sided to RNG. Now the two teams fighting on equal fronts 24 minutes into the match. So it will be Xiaohu trying to get to the back lines. Flicked back by Rookie. Big Shen ultimate coming out there protecting him. Let me get to the back lines. Gets a good double taunt. Rookie's in trouble. Meanwhile, LPL takes down the RNG. Opened up the game again with 2 picks onto IG.
And it'd be no other place than the exact same bush where all of the trades and picks have happened. RNG, they get that kill. They get 2 kills onto the jungler and mid laner, and they immediately go over to the Baron. They've got a Kalista with a Blade of the Ruined King. This should be theirs to take for free.
Well, can Jaculov do it? Throws out the ultimate. Not going to be enough. Kalista secures that one. And RNG have blown the game wide open, Rusty. 5,000 gold lead and a Baron buff.
That felt so dangerous from RNG with the smite timing. Ezreal ultimate was just on the way. One mistake, one misstep or miscalculation, and that was totally going to IG. But they get the Baron. They get to recall completely uncontested. And once again, it all starts through that mid-jungle duo. Xiaohu, it doesn't matter if he was 1-3 or he's 1-3 even now, because he's still able to lock everybody down. They have enough damage to follow up, specifically because the Shen comes in to help Xiaohu. Not just because the shield's big, but it's a Titanic Hydra Shen. So good plays once again from Ming. Super good performance from the support of RNG. Locks down another kill. Meanwhile, Rookie goes down as well. This Alistar has been so clean.
Yep, good luck ever seeing this guy play Alistar ever again. It was already banned out against him in one of these matches, and now 2 games, a bit too much for me. 0-1-5 has a Righteous Glory picked up. So it doesn't matter when that ghost is down, Rusty. He's still ready to go.
You know, there wasn't a single support banned besides the Tahm Kench, and that was RNG that banned it. They're not too concerned about Ming, it feels like. Well, now you know. You're going to learn today.
He is an angry cow. RNG in general trying to use this lead as much as possible, grouping up towards bottom side of the map with Shen, but slowly moving away from that position. IG now just really playing that waiting game, waiting to see where RNG decide to attack and group up to defend those locations.
Yeah, I think the real difference here for IG that may actually help them out a lot is that Duke exists in this game, like 100%. He's 2-1-2, he's got all of his farm in the world, and Letme's just as big, yes, but we haven't really seen Duke. He played Ornn in game number 1, Braum just diffused everything. In game number 2, they lost everywhere on the map. Wasn't really a chance for him to exist, they just lost. This time around, yes, the lead is there for RNG, and they are definitely in the driver's seat as this game goes. But Duke does exist. You can't forget about him.
2-1-2 on the Ornn. Has a couple of big items picked up already. Very tanky. Helps out with the team a lot as well. RNG still yet to push through with this Baron buff. Let.Me is on the top side of the map. That is a very tanky Shen as well. Obviously still have Xiao who's split pushing the bottom lane against Rookie. Has the Ghost up and available. So does Ming.
They have all of the engage there. The Hex Flash is a super risky engage option for Ming, but by having the Ghost and the Rise ultimate, I think that actually compensates so nicely for the lack of flash that Alistar has when you've got the Baron buff. We speak towards the composition of RNG, how they want to execute their strategies. Mostly push forwards and brute strength, the same thing they've been doing all game. Just becomes a little bit easier when the minions don't die as quickly.
$48,000 to $54,000. The gold lead in favor of RNG in this match. Finally get a game that's going to go past 30 minutes it seems here, Rusty. As RNG taking it very slow despite the gold lead they've acquired. Could potentially see a fight between the two here as MLXG finds them trying to fight over this red buff. Rookie is waiting the wings. Will now show himself, but there goes Ming trying to get into the back lines. Wraps around Baolan, doesn't care, gets a pulverized down. Ornn throws out the ultimate as well, redirects it. That's a tanky Xiao who pops the Zhonya's hourglass, trying to stay alive. Baolan goes back in, Rookie gets that kill, but MLXG over the wall, takes down Jackie Love. Baolan gonna get locked down, taunted and knocked up as well for Whitefall picking up that kill. RNG forced the fight to get to.
Jackie Love's having a very bad day. Invictus Gaming lose their bottom lane. RNG pushing forwards. They should be able to get this structure, if not two, because the Baron buff, whilst it's just worn out, is not going to be there as a point. They have to look to structures instead, and they're diving.
Once more, Rookie going to get locked down here by Ming. He goes in the back lines. Y4 helps to pick up that kill. Turret falls as well. Duke has a couple of spears in him, and I don't think Rookie really knew what hit him there.
I don't think he should be in that position he was in either, Fish, but he's now learnt that everyone will kill him. Y4, very well done on executing as the Callista goes, just weaving around the Talia W, not getting shoved anywhere, just skirts on the edge to maximize his damage. We're starting to see a performance that is not just Ming in this game. Again, Let Me and Xiaohu going forwards as a duo. Ming just needs to be the person going forwards the first time. Jackie Love, he's caught. He's got the E, he thinks he's safe. MLXG finds him. It's a knock-up composition as well. Not only do they have crowd control for days that will lock you down, they're predicting your flashes. Everything that you think you can do as Jackie Love is just pray, hope they make a mistake or they don't predict you this time. They're going one step further because you can't QSS it.
And just as we thought, we're going to have a much more, going to have a slower, more quiet game between the two teams. RNG have blown the lead wide open, so now 9,000 gold ahead of IG, 61,000 to 52,000 gold. Xiaohu moving towards top side of the map. Rest of the team now with no more Baron buff will have to group up and continue pushing with the rest of the team.
2 lethality items for Ning on the Kazakhs in a game where his team is losing, and there is going to be a lot of armor there for the mid laner, for the AD carry, even having Ninja Tabi here on Y4 as well, and the top laner specifically going towards the Randuin's Omen, and I think that's a Knight's Vow as well. There's not a lot of targets for Ning, and that's always a concern for a Kazakhs. He hits a point in the game where it's okay, I've got Xiaohu, but Xiaohu can zone just me at any point if I jump, so he can't jump in. Kazakh's job, very difficult from here on out.
Big items been picked up by Y4 as well. Blade of the Ruin King, Phantom Dancer, Lord Dominic's Regards, as well as that Hurricane looking for the Mercurial Scimitar next. And he has lots of members on his team protecting him in these team fights. It's going to be difficult to deal with this Callista.
Yeah, with the Baron in 1 minute, IG need to do more than just go for the Callista. They need to try and get vision control to make picks around that. So if they find someone like this, they want Ming.
Yeah, they're going on top of the Elsa. I don't think that's quite the right target they want to try and go for. Baolan gets taken down. Y4 gets that kill. Teleport's coming in as well. Where did they go? Rice just delivering it behind the team. Back. They've done the dosey. No! IG, you're trapped between a rock and a hard place here. Ming will get taken down. Rookie tries to do what he can, but MLXG jumps out, gets that kill. Probably will fall to Jackie Love here as the rest of the team, they're slowly moving out towards the rest of the base, but MLXG finds his own tunnels, gets away, as Duke is the one trying to run away from Xiaohu now.
The never-ending battle that has just started between IG and RNG. Duke, I don't know if he's going to die or not, honestly.
Taunt after taunt, chase after chase. RNG will be able to pick up 3 kills in that fight and slowly march towards IG's base.
A never-ending battle, a sloppy ultimate from Xiaohu on the rise this time, but they're so far ahead it doesn't matter one bit. They just lose one member. I think the GA as well. MLXG is able to get out with all the tunnels. IG, Jackie Love's doing damage. They're holding on. They're able to withstand a first inhibitor falling. And you know he wants it. He's going aggressively. But at the end of the day, RNG still get the gold lead. They still get the objectives that they're after. It's just not the end of the game.
They get the bottom lane inhibitor turret as well, just as Baron respawns. So RNG can rotate towards that objective if they need to do so.
It's a gold party first. They all need to use their Targon's braces and get gold to one another.
It's 11,000 gold lead for RNG as well. 33 minutes into this match.
And Letme's already down here. That's how far ahead they are. The rest of the team's getting a blue buff. You know, they've only just shown up in the mid lane. Letme's already threatening the inhibitor because it's bare, it's open, and that should completely alleviate pressure around the Baron buff if he stays down there and continues to be a pest. However, without the ultimate there, he's recalling now. He just wants to push it in first so they can move over to the Baron together.
Goes back to pick up a Kindle Gem. Still has his own teleport. His ultimate is coming back up off of cooldown. Duke has no way to rejoin these fights if he's stuck in the bottom lane.
Which is unfortunate for IG. Who else do you send down there? You can't put Rookie down there. You need his damage. He's got the Void stuff. So finally, he's able to do some work on the Shen, who is the primary magic resistance source. That and Ming. But when Ming has ultimate, it doesn't really matter what you do to him. He's just a tank.
Well, we saw in that second team fight earlier on, or second last team fight, I should say, Ming, he's got a Rise, he's got a Callista. Still doesn't really need them to get into the back lines. Pops his Ghost, gets the Righteous Glory, he's able to run straight into the back lines as Alistar.
Yeah, definitely the case, and I look forward to seeing the combo once again, but not this time, as Xiaohu's just gone by himself, and he's found Duke and he's found Baolan, but he wants the rest of the team. This is awkward.
Trying to cut them off, it seems, trying to kite them into a general direction. Rookie's going to take his ultimate, actually cutting off MLXG. He flashes over the wall. Does take one tunnel to get back. True Shot Barrage almost clips him out. Ning's trying to jump back. No. Stand United comes in, forcing him to jump back in. IG do fight back with their own pick.
They do get the pick as a result of RNG using the Rise ultimate again, going forwards, making a mistake. Well, now the teleports are in. RNG are here.
It's a 4-on-5. Baron is at half health. RNG are trying to jump in. Let's see what the decision is. On throws out the ultimate, redirects it, gets two knockouts. Baolan misses the center play, can't lock down Xiaohu. Y4 pulls back Ning, throws him in, makes it the back line, tries to knock one back. Duke's the first one to fall, trading with the support from RNG. Y4 still left untouched, as there goes Xiaohu into the back line. It's gonna be Rookie with the flick back, but Y4, he is just unstoppable at the moment. Kiting left, right, and center. The Rise gets two, looking for the third, takes down the opposite mid laner. Triple kill picked up by Xiaohu.
And on the back of the triple kill from Xiaohu, Y4 playing exceptionally. It looks like RNG are just gonna barrel down the bottom lane, skip through mid, it doesn't even matter. The minions they prepared earlier are here. You feel like this is going to be game over.
3-on-4, and RNG are able to take down Invictus. Game into death timers are just way too long. What a fantastic turnaround from them in that Baron pit. Big plays coming out from Y4 as well as Xiaohu. The substitutes coming in game 2. They take that down and they come back for game 3 to pick up the victory against Invictus Gaming.
We went all the way to game 3. It felt like it was a very back and forth third game. However, RNG were in the driver's seat the entire time. They were just drifting sideways here and there. IG, there was still some signs